in Spinagle, here today at Frankfort Middle School. Join me today as we learn about some of the teachers here at the Home of the Knights on this edition of Be the Difference, West Virginia. We're here with Jeanne Clites. She's a 5th grade teacher here at Frankfort Middle School, and she's the 2012-2013 Mineral County Teacher of the Year. Hey Jeanne, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I didn't really start. I was a stay-at-home mom for about 15 years, and then I decided that I wanted to go to college. So I went into teaching curriculum and started teaching when I was 42. So I've only been teaching. I'm telling my age here. I've been teaching for this is my 9th year. So
where did you go to college?
I did the Regents Bachelor degree through West Virginia University, and then I did a master's program with Frankfort State right across the river in Maryland.
Now, are you originally from this area?
Yes, I am. I grew up in Mineral County and a graduate of Mineral County schools.
So your children went through the school system as well?
Yes, they did. It's a great school system. I have 3 children. My daughter is 27. She and her husband live in Pittsburgh. They're both mechanical engineers. My other son is 24. He will be graduating in December with an electrical engineering degree. And my youngest is graduating this Sunday from WVU with biology, and he'll be going to get his PhD at the University of Texas.
Well, what made you decide to become a teacher?
Well, I'm not sure if I actually decided or if it just kind of was, I'll use a social studies term, manifest destiny, that just, God just, can I say that? Okay,
sure can.
God just kind of led me on a path that, and I became a teacher. I've always worked with children, stay-at-home mom. I helped my neighbors with daycare, and then when my youngest was 4, I believe, when he was 4, then there was a private preschool, and they asked me to help there, and then I became a lead teacher. And we had student interns from Frankfort State, and they were working with me in class, and I was like, wow, I probably should really get a degree in this because I absolutely loved it. And I kind of had a pretty adverse, had a lot of adversity. I was in foster care, I was adopted, had divorced parents, and the teachers really provided a lot of stability for me, and I just like being able to give back.
Well, tell me about your classroom. How do you get students to be excited about what you're teaching them every day?
I get excited, and hopefully that's contagious to them, because I like introduce something and tell them what we're going to do, and we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and we're going to learn this, and this is the project that we're going to do, and I let them be involved in some of the steps. We get together and I tell them what the outcome, what I want the outcome to be, and then we'll make our rubrics together, and they take ownership of what we're going to do as well. So.
What's a subject that you enjoy teaching most of all?
Most of all, I'm certified language arts and reading. I love doing reading. Writing is, I find, the most challenging, but I love reading and I love social studies. I really like to do social studies.
What's a certain book that you enjoy reading with your students or introducing them to?
Old Yeller. It's my favorite. Love Old Yeller. And every year, I've done it for 6 years in a row, and I still cry every time Old Yeller gets hurt.
Activity or a unit that you do with your class that really engages them, or that you look forward to sharing with them every year?
I like doing the Revolutionary War. It's not part of the 5th grade curriculum anymore, but I usually start there just to help them understand, because we go into government, and I feel that it's necessary for them to understand what was going on during the Revolutionary War, how the colonists felt, and why the Bill of Rights are written the way they are, because it's all related to, the taxation and the Quartering Act and all of that. And I like to do something, I give them bonus bucks at the beginning of the school year, and they're allowed to use those for if they have a borderline B or C, and they can move that grade up. And they get taxed on those bonus bucks by rules that were written by the 6th grade students, and they really get upset about it because they didn't have a say And we actually have had a little assembly in the room here, and the 6th grade comes in, and it's like they're the British Parliament, and then they're the colonists, and the British Parliament then declares what they're going to get taxed on, and they really get emotional, upset about that. So it makes them real, makes them understand, you know, how the colonists were feeling. And I also like science, this project we do in science, and it's a weather report where they have to do research and talk about how to prepare for natural disasters, and then they have to report it, and they actually do film and everything.
Well, what are some activities here at Frankfort Middle or throughout the community that you're involved in outside of the traditional school day?
Outside of the traditional school day, we have a group that meets every Tuesday. It's called Refuge. It is it's a faith-based club, and we meet every Tuesday. I'm involved in that. I'm active in my church. My husband and I are involved in a college-age ministry, and Lions Club.
What's one misconception that you feel exists in the public about the teaching profession that you wish that you could clear for people?
Well, I think people think that all we do is teach, and it's more than that. We parent, we counsel, nurse. I mean, there's just so much more involved in just our teaching. And another thing too, I think that parents think that we make up our curriculum, and we don't. Now, we can be creative with what's given to us, but we don't write the curriculum. We're told what to teach, and it's different than how we were taught, like all of the math algorithms.
We're here with Kelly Stanislawczyk. She's the computer teacher here at Frankfort Middle School. Hi, Kelly. How are you?
Hi, good.
Well, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been at Frankfort Middle School for 11 years, and before then I taught in Maryland and Allegheny County for 6 years. And prior to that, I was at the local colleges for a year at Potomac State and AC, where I taught. And I went to Potomac State College in Kaiser and Frostburg State University in Frostburg, Maryland. I live in Kaiser currently with my husband and 2 boys. And I was Teacher of the Year several years ago, and it was quite an honor. I got to go to Charleston, where I was a finalist to interview, and that was exciting. And I enjoy teaching. I teach keyboarding and computer skills here. And previously, I taught in a program at the Vocational Center in Allegheny County called Computer Information Technology, where we had internships as well as computer skills and business-related courses.
What made you decide to become a teacher?
Honestly, I had no plans to be a teacher. I graduated from high school and went to Potomac State for 2 years in the secretarial program. And I was an average student in high school. When I got to the college, I loved it, and I decided that I wanted to pursue something else. So my teachers at that time, my professors as well as my advisors, encouraged me to go to Frostburg State. And I met a man up there who guided me through the bachelor's program in business education, and eventually stayed and got my master's in administration and supervision. So it wasn't a plan at all, but I've enjoyed every step. It's kind of like it was meant to be, but it didn't happen right away.
Well, tell me about your classroom, since it's not the traditional classroom setting. How do you get your students engaged with the technology and prepare them to use computers as a learning tool?
Well, my classroom, I have computers for each student, so it is very hands-on. And we do lots of different projects. I mean, they do learn to key in 5th grade, and they do practice that throughout their 4 years here. But in 5th grade, they also learn like basic parts of the computer and how to use the computer and maintain the computer and save and, you know, basic things. And then in 6th grade, we get into word processing and applications such as Publisher. And then in 7th grade, we do more in Publisher, internet skills. In all 4 grades, we talk about internet safety. In fact, it's a requirement through the state that we do a lot of internet safety activities. And then in 7th grade, we do desktop publishing, and we are doing Movie Maker. We just got done doing some movies with the kids. And in 8th grade, they work in PowerPoint and Excel. So we do a lot of career-ready skills as well as things to prepare them when they go to college, so they'll know you know, what's expected as far as using the technology to create charts or whatnot.
What is a web tool that you introduce your students to when they're here at Frankfort Middle that you really think helps them show what they're learning to others?
A lot of the kids are really into web publication, probably more than I want to know, and we emphasize not putting out personal information. But some of the tools that, and we actually use them as writing tools, so that we integrate writing into the classroom. The 7th grade do a blog, and it's called Class Chatter, where they interact with one another and they have to use proper writing skills. And actually, Frankfort High School and my 8th graders, we create a wiki, and we basically create questions and interests that they have, and they respond back and forth so that they are introduced basically to the high school a little bit. And they really enjoy doing that because they're creating on the web, but also they're getting information. It's all private, of course. No, we have it all password protected so other people can't access it, but they really enjoy doing that.
How do you work with other teachers within the school building to integrate technology into their own classrooms?
There are many times that the teachers want to use Excel, for example, or the kids need to do a chart of some sort. So they give me homeroom available. I have homeroom available. The kids can come in if they're doing social studies projects or science projects. But the teachers as well will come to me and say, okay, I want to instruct my kids with this, but I'm not exactly sure how to do this or this. So, and we have Technology Tuesdays that we've done in the past, and we're going to try and get started more regularly again next year, that the teachers come in and we can, just learn from each other, basically, on everything from, how to update your web page, to how to use Excel, to some things in tech steps that they're not sure how to do, or whatever it would be. They'll email me and I can come down during my planning, and I'll go into the classrooms if they need me to do something to show their kids, and I'll be more than glad to do that.
What's your favorite thing about being a technology teacher and getting to work with all the students within the school building?
I like the fact that when I can just teach. I mean, we know how many obligations are put on teachers, and because I'm the technology chair, I'm the related arts chair, there's so many things that I tend to get my hands involved in. But when I can just get into the classroom without any interruptions and teach the kids, that's what I love. When I can get, like right now, before I came into here, I have 7th grade, we were doing a movie, and they were so excited, and just to see that excitement and asking questions and they want to learn, that's what excites me.
One thing that you wish the public understood about what goes into being a teacher?
I think all the extra and all the hats we wear, it's not just about teaching anymore. We become a counselor and a parent, and we try to console these kids on issues that we feel so bad for them that they have to deal with. But sometimes I think the public do not realize the things that we deal with because of the issues that the kids bring into the schools. And as teachers, that's one of the things that we have to remind ourselves about constantly, that if little Johnny's not having a good day, then what happened at home? So
that's all for this edition of Be the Difference West Virginia. Join me next time as you learn more about the teachers here in beautiful Mineral County. Until then, I'm Erin Spinagle, reminding you to be different, but more importantly, be the difference. I'll see you soon.